Hey guys, GameWar06 here, and we're back with another video. In this video, I'll be drawing thumbnail 32 from the last thumbnail video. In this video, I'll talk about why Tenten is way better than Uselessness, a comparison between her and Metal Lee, and my opinions and analysis on the Team Guy dynamic. I've seen many people claim that Tenten is more useless than Uselessness, or that she is a worse character than Uselessness, and at first I agreed with that crowd. But after seeing Naruto and Naruto Shippuden 3 total times, I realized that all of that is completely false. Firstly, let's look at what Tenten Uselessness could do pre-Shippuden. Tenten specialized in summoning weapons from scrolls as well as being able to use practically any weapon that exists. She was a weapons expert to say the least. Uselessness just stood by and allowed Naruto, Sasuke, and Kakashi to do all the work for the team. Against Obito and Haku, irrelevant. I get Kakashi told her to guard Tazuna, but if he knew that if Obito or Haku were to attack, she'd stand no chance. She would have been better off going after Haku from outside his crystal ice mirrors to help Naruto and Sasuke, but no, she just stood there. If you look back at the tuning exams, she didn't do anything to help her team get the scrolls they needed or fight off Orochimaru. Naruto and Sasuke did all the fighting, and the one chance she had to defend the two, she needed the back of not only Lee, not only Team 10, but Neji and Tenten as well. I get it was 3 against 1, but I know for sure that Naruto or Sasuke would have at minimum forced those two squad to dip out. I mean, Sasuke woke up and broke Zaku's arms. Dosu was shook after seeing Neji show up. Also, Team 10 wasn't going to take on Neji despite it being 3 against 1. If she were at least comparable to Naruto and Sasuke, she would have done more than just cut her hair. We won't see how Team Guy got their scrolls, so I can't comment on Tenten's performance during the second test in the Forest of Death. Looking at the preliminary round, both of them lost. The difference is that Uselessness only tied with Ino because of Naruto's interference. Also, Ino is not on the same level as Temari. If Uselessness would have fought Temari, it would have ended in less time and it would have taken Temari much less effort. Going into Shippuden and now Uselessness is a great value, worthless ripoff of Tsunade. She can use medical ninjutsu and heal people. She still is useless. She would have died to Sasori repeatedly had she not been there, and even then, Gio states that Sasori allowed himself to get hit by that final attack, and the two of them should have been dead. She did nothing against Orochimaru and Kabuto, and failed to stop Naruto's rampage. It got so bad that Kabuto, the enemy, had to heal her because of her obvious mistake. Then Naruto trains to be Kaguzu while she does nothing to improve herself. And so on, and so on. You get my point. Tenten provides mid-range fighting to her team and makes Team Guy more balanced. She gives them more options in terms of the common strategies. With a variety of weapons and the ability to use all of them to their peaks, she can make the enemy struggle and set up for Neji, Lee, and Guy to finish them off. Plus, with her weapons, she can keep any close-range fighter at bay, similar to Kakuzu with his wires and arms and hearts and all that. I've seen people claim that Tenten is Metal Lee's mother. Until there is evidence in the series, I'm not believing that. But let's look at Tenten and Naruto versus Metal Lee. Metal doesn't really have many opportunities to shine, but we do see him go ham with then the ghost, Nue takes over his body, or his rage takes over his body, if you guys remember the Nue arc. As long as Metal isn't nervous, he has great taijutsu and has a great handle on ninja weapons. Do I think that his proficiency with weapons is as great as Tenten's was at the time? No, not in a million years. That kind of standard isn't fair to look at though. As I established in the previous sections, Tenten specializes in mid-range combat. She can summon weapons from scrolls and use almost any weapon imaginable. Because of this, close-range combat times like Metal Lee and Rock Lee would have trouble. In a fight between the two, I think it's debatable. Firstly, I think that Tenten would stand no chance against weightless Rock Lee due to his tremendous speed that allows him to get past defenses pretty easily. I mean, you guys saw what Lee did against Scar in the tuning exams. Tenten vs Metal is a much more fair fighting comparison, especially considering that Metal can't open the 5th gate. He can open the 1st gate, the gate of opening, if he's nervous enough, but that's about it. His fighting style, for obvious reasons, is similar to Rock Lee, but I don't think that he's on the same level. When he was amped up by Nue, though, Boruto, Shikadai, and Inujin all had trouble against him. The 3 of them combined. To be honest, I think it could go either way. I think Metal could avoid any barrage weapons that Tenten would unleash, but whether he can get in close and finish her off is another story. I think if he got close enough, Tenten would be screwed. Her taijutsu isn't on that level. If the two fought against each other with ninja weapons, Metal could hold his own, but Tenten would quickly outmaneuver him. Luck is the major factor to me in who would actually win the fight. When looking at Naruto and Naruto Shippuden, the 3 main teams of the Hidden Leaf Village are teams 7, 8, Ten, and Team Guy. Each one has its own unique dynamic, and I may dive into those in a future video. I've already established that combat-wise, Tenten provides Team Guy with the ability to expand their range. Guy, Lee, and Neji all specialize in close-range combat and heavily mid- or long-range abilities. Tenten, however, can fight at mid-range with a weapon summoning and keep the enemy at bay. But let's focus on the personal dynamic between everyone. Guy is the happy-go-lucky leader who values hard work and effort. He obviously has a favorite in Lee, and he saw him before he even graduated. Lee has an admiration for Guy, and hence he's become a mentor to him. Neji is the prodigy that excels with raw talent and genius. Tenten has her own genius in her weapon summoning. Since Lee looks up to Guy so much, he enjoys Guy's antics and hyperactive attitude. Neji and Tenten are more mellow and act more normally in comparison, keeping the team grounded. If you guys remember the Kazekage rescue mission, Guy and Lee insisted on making it to the sand village in record time. Pac would had to ground them in reality and make them realize that it wasn't going to happen. Then there's the famous Team Guy cheer that they did right before going after the tags, so that Team Kakashi can go after Deidara and Sasori, in which they each had to fight a copy of themselves. With Neji's death, things changed. Tenten doesn't have the capability to reel Guy and Lee in like Neji did. In terms of combat, their combat dynamic wouldn't change too much, I imagine, but also since Guy used the Key of Death, the team likely never went on a mission after the 4th Great Ninja War together anyway. Obviously, Team 7 is my favorite team because of the bond between Naruto and Sasuke, and Kakashi's ability to relate to both Naruto and Sasuke on a deeper level. Also, the additions of Yamato and Sai added some spice to things that made Team 7 the most interesting of these 4 teams. I didn't go over the team in Konohamaru, Moegi, Uda, and Ebisu because you don't see them do much in Shippuden. Team Guy not only has a balance in terms of combat, but the yin-yang of Neji and Tenten's calm and rational demeanor, and Lee and Guy's hyperactive, overly ambitious spirits, along with the rivalry between Lee and Neji and their dynamic, made for quite the team, and I loved watching them throughout the series. Thank you guys for watching this video. Please be sure to subscribe, turn on notifications, check out my Twitter and Discord, both are in the description. If you want to know what I'm currently doing or thinking about, those 2 places are the best places to go. I will see you guys next time.